Hey guys, it's Mr. Kirk, and I'm sitting here in my screened in porch with my dog Stella next to me, and we're going to talk about the Virginia state government and the executive branch. We're looking at SOL 7A and 7D. If you look at these two pictures here, the one to the left and the one to the right, they're both of the General Assembly. Obviously, you can tell which one is from last year. But today, when we look at state government, we're actually going to focus on the executive branch. Before then, I want to go over some basics of state government. What are the three branches? They're the exact same as the federal government. That's legislative, executive, and judicial for three branches. Our second question I want to look at on this slide is what defines the structure of Virginia state government, and that would be the Virginia Constitution. Looking at Virginia executive branch, the lead person, the head guy, the king in a sense, but we don't have kings in our government, is the governor. He's elected for a 4-year term, and his chief jobs are to carry out the law. We may also say execute the law or enforce the law. The governor, he or she appoints members of a cabinet, and these people are sort of like the governor's advisors. The lieutenant governor and the attorney general are two more people who are also elected to office. The lieutenant governor is much like the vice president, and the attorney general is a lawyer for the governor as he executes his job, does his job. This picture right here is actually of our current governor, and we're going to talk about his specific powers. Our governor's name is Ralph Northam. He has certain people that he appoints to help him because the governor cannot do it alone. These are cabinet secretaries, and he also sometimes appoints heads of agencies and commissions. They help him by administering the law, enforcing the law, and regulating aspects of business and Virginia's economy. They also provide services for the citizens. Looking at the specific roles of the governor of Virginia, he can be chief of state, chief legislator, chief administrator, chief of party, and commander-in-chief. This one has to do with the National Guard. The Guard, much like the president's the commander-in-chief of the Army, the governor is of the state police and the National Guard. Chief of party is the leader of his or her political party. Chief administrator is all the executive branch jobs. A legislator has to do with bills and laws, and chief of state is a ceremonial head of government. So the governor of Virginia enforces laws, and we're going to look at some examples of these roles in the next few slides. I want you to tell me which role is he. Governor Ralph Northam goes to a Democratic fundraiser. I'll give you a minute to answer. That would be chief of party. Next, ex-Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell. By the way, he ended up in jail for a little while. We'll talk about that another day. He signs a new law into a piece of legislation. Remember, before it's a law, it's called a bill. That would be chief legislator. Example number 3, Governor Ralph Northam, this is from last year, visits the city of Danville after a tropical storm. This was a church over kind of off Halifax, near Halifax Road. The governor orders state bureaucracy to start enforcing no texting while driving. He is now enforcing the law, so that would be chief administrator. And then the final one I want to look at is these Indian tribes when they paid tribute to a governor in 1989. They gave him this turkey, paying taxes. That would be chief of state. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well, and I'll see you next time.